Oh, it's gonna be a good motherfucking show.
Maybe we won't even segment it. We'll just cut this one in half.
Sheesh.
Shit.
Nigga, really?
Well, if you can't tell by the numerous distractions.
Oh, shit, you already played? Oh,
yeah.
We always record.
We all-
I was trying
Yeah.
to post shit to the gram. My fault. I was trying
Nah,
to get free promo.
yeah.
Back again, old and I'm not old. I'm young.
Shit.
Youngest dude out of here.
Same dude that not talking in the mic.
I'm the youngest buck out here.
Take this down.
Youngest in the room.
Sit comfortably how you're gonna sit. There you go. Now tilt it towards your mouth.
Pause.
All right. All right. Pause. You keep looking at him and then looking at me.
Y'all was making eye contact and shit.
Pause.
Oh, if you can see from all the tomfoolery and the wider view.
Yeah, I got an ad-lib. My fault. I would have thought I was busting rhymes ad-libs.
He the Migo that didn't make it. That's what that nigga is.
Told me I couldn't come on tour.
The crazy part is Zach called us and said, "Yo, when y'all podding Saturday, I want to be on the pod." And I text Darien on the side. This nigga won a free T-shirt.
That's the funny shit, because I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, "Oh shit, Zach gonna call me on my bullshit because I ain't got enough to make the other shirt." So I was like, "Oh shit,
surprise, motherfucker! We don't have no 2XLs."
All I gotta do is stitch two together. We'll be all right.
Oh shit!
Called rigging it.
Damn, you're right. I don't taste no recollection of tea.
Yeah, but that shit's smooth though.
Is tea in there?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I mean,
I thought I poured some in there.
But you're mixing it HC. THC.
Hey, doesn't hurt anybody.
As you can see, I have no iPad because as you know, my plans don't go as they go. And third mic's in the building.
In the building. Can I get the boop, 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 boop?
Look at his face. He had that fuck no. You bugging. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said no sound effects.
This gonna be fun.
Yeah. You want to take us to the...
Let's get it motherfucking popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Warm the Crib Podcast, episode number 33. I'm Rahmonn.
I'm Darien.
I'm Zach.
Zach is temporarily back.
He is back with us for a couple episodes.
Yeah. Crazy, you was talking about 33. And
Zach's like, I can come on and I don't have to do no work.
Back.
I'm in there.
Like that.
I ain't gotta do shit. Yeah, I'm with it.
Don't got to carry the heavy gear yet.
Yeah.
He always forgets that I carried it in the morning.
Yeah,
and
I helped him carry it when he left from here. So yeah. I mean, somebody.
I got to carry the bag on my back because I go chase.
You got scoliosis?
Maybe.
He try
getting old now, you know.
I basically gave your ass an excuse saying that, nigga. Don't try to do that.
The truth is, the last 2 Saturdays, this nigga been at RapCon and he was trying to work out a blend of 50 Cent and Cameron.
Mini man. Mini, man.
All right, we'll let you start. What are you grateful for, sir? Other than to be in our presence once again.
I'm grateful for life, you know. Working on this documentary, so I'm getting some people, you know. But also, I'm using my gear again, all that stuff, and getting back into the gist of things, and you know, working at different jobs, you know, life and general health, wealth, family.
It's good to have you on, man.
Real shit. It's good to have you on. What am I thankful for? I'm gonna say it again. I'm thankful for my queen, my wife. I'm really grateful for her. It seemed like every day we just fall more and more in love with each other, and it's a dope ass feeling.
You make me happily and disgustingly sick. I'm hating, like I'm not hating in a bad way.
Nah.
Like I know you have your challenges, right? Nothing's perfect,
of
but
course.
It's kind of like when you see, like when you watch a movie and that person, known that person all those years, and they just click.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's dope.
That's the
I want
shit.
that Will and
Big
Jada
facts.
love.
I think it's me. No, don't say Will and Jada. Love.
No,
That's
ain't no entanglements over this way, cuz that's not happening.
That ain't the
Like,
measuring
He
stick.
said I want
no
that
more.
Denzel
Oh,
Washington.
you see how
love.
serious your face got?
Yeah.
Wait till you
He's
watch
like-
the video back.
He's like,
Fuck that.
He said,
Fuck
hell
that.
and I mean that shit. Mm-mm.
He want that
Ain't
Denzel Washington love. Him and his wife. You want that type
Yeah.
of love.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah,
that.
Yeah, I
Mm.
take that.
No, but it's dope.
Not-
I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for education. As I was editing the last videos, I realized I explained stuff way too much. At least I thought so when I was listening back to it. It's like, just tell a fucking story, Rahmonn. Let's go.
You was getting deep into it though.
I would be like, so this thing happened, and let me tell you why the thing happened. And then the sun, because the sun
and then
came
at
out.
this time of day, it was and then they was out of school,
in
so
the
it's kind
comments.
of like
So
like.
that's why he picked up the dollar off the floor. I'm like,
Also
listen to
short.
me rambling.
Oh,
And I don't,
shit.
it seemed like more last episode than ever. So I don't know where that came from.
Last or the one before last?
I think last, but that's because I just edited the audio and the
Oh
video
yeah,
this morning.
I ain't listening to last yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, I guess this is what women call mansplaining. I can see how
Yeah.
this would be toxic behavior.
Yeah. That's how I explain shit.
No, but I'm grateful for growth. I had one of them weird depressive days again on Thursday, and it drove me crazy because I had so much shit planned to do that I did not accomplish, and I just had to sit down and dig down to the root of what was bothering me, which stems from one of the questions. Also, while I was editing, I said I had a question that I forgot during last week's pod, and I said I'll remind you afterwards so I could ask you later. And I'm taking a long shot here, but I did not tell you what that question was, or if I did, do you remember what it was?
No,
because I still don't. Oh wow.
Oh
It's
shit.
lost.
Damn.
It's lost.
Nah,
It's
yeah,
gone.
because you ain't tell me no question.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I
lost.
remember you saying don't let you forget it, but I don't remember what it was.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
How's your week, sir?
That was my week. Beautiful. I didn't think I was gonna have no interviewees for this documentary, but people came through.
What's the documentary about?
Opioid crisis happening in the state of Delaware, but also just in general the opioid crisis. Because per I think it was 4,000 people per one person that died from opioids
Mhm.
compared in the state of Delaware. I could be getting my fast one, but I have to look at my statistics again. But it's a lot of people dying from opioids. But you got to think about larger scale. Like say if he was in the state of Washington, as big as that state is, we're have like a lot of people dying from opioids in the state of Delaware. More
so
people.
The density is higher here.
Yeah, density is higher here. But if he was in Washington, it wouldn't be like nothing. It'd be like a small little droplet. So you
Okay.
gotta think about that. And then I'm trying to get like produce this, and this would be good on my resume.
So are you interviewing
Like people
are you
that,
getting people that like
people that
suffered
used it,
addiction,
but
or-
also that have recovered from it too, and also have stories about it as well. And then
Like-
also I was trying to get in contact with people that have like institutions that help people recover. But I ain't gonna show no shade, but I hit people up and ain't heard nothing back from them. And I don't know what it is, but it seemed like they get grants from the state and all that. But it's like you don't want to be on camera talking about. Don't you? They help people, right? But they don't want to be on
right.
camera.
Well,
about
I
it.
mean, if you're partly at fault, you're probably not in a rush to pay somebody to expose that fault.
Yeah. But I'm also they're supposed to have facilities that help people recover and all that. I was like talk about like how patients are or how people recover or how does this help them, and have you had anybody what you call relapse from recovery?
Have you seen Dope Sick?
Dope Sick, I probably did.
On Hulu with Michael? It was recent. It came out last year.
Then probably no.
But yeah, check that shit out. You saw it, right?
No.
I saw
Me and you
another.
were talking about it. No, it was me and Boss Man because I had
Yeah.
been telling him to watch it, and he just got around to watching it.
No shit.
I saw another documentary about opioids, but it's like crazy how it started and like people were selling it like it was. You would have thought they was giving you Twizzlers. Like here, you get a candy, you get a
Yeah.
candy. You would have thought it was Oprah out here selling
Even
opioids.
down to the whole when you go in the hospital, you know, you see that scale of pain.
Mhm.
That company, I can't think. Sacklers, the company who owns the patent for it. They created that because they would advertise in these conferences that pain was the other sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so that whole what's your pain level is another sense that they created. That whole thing that you see in every hospital doctor's office came from them in their effort to push oxy.
And that's the crazy part too, is
Wow.
like the way they was promoting it back in the day is like you would have thought it was like a Coca-Cola commercial because they was putting it out there like, yeah, go to your doctor, or people was talking about my life is better off of this. And I know it helped people get pain relief, but they didn't tell you about if you keep taking it on a
You get
consistent basis,
addicted
you start
to
getting
it.
addicted, and then after you got to up your dosage, and then the dosage is not good enough. You got to keep upping it. Next thing you
You
know,
basically
insurance doesn't cover it
still
no
a
more.
cokehead. Like that's
Yeah, it's basically it's creating
no
you-
disrespect,
Yeah.
but that's basically like you're a drug addict. Like
And it's the thing, they was giving people bonuses on top of that. So think how if you was a salesperson, like, all right, I'll get a bonus each month I sell. So think about that being a doctor, like shit. I sell about 100,000 opioid pills. They'll give me about $350,000 bonus per 100,000 opioid pill I
Yeah.
sell. Who wouldn't take that? Who wouldn't be trying to market it like it was candy off a shelf?
yeah, I get protection plans on.
No, but then they charge.
yeah.
But the thing is, they'll charge the insurance company, and then they are making back. Like people, it's so much stuff that goes deep into this. It's like bigger than us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What I didn't know, and I dealt with somebody who was addicted to this kind of medication, and the way they would treat it when they started seeing people that were addicted was like, well, they're addicts. A person who's not an addict wouldn't get addicted. But no, it actually changes your brain chemistry.
Oh yeah.
And if you've been in a relationship with a person like that, you might not understand that. So you're like, you're a fucking addict, you're a junkie, but it actually changes their brain chemistry.
Yeah.
So it was
Facts.
on top of watching the documentary. I think it's The Biggest Lie. Was it called? It was a couple of them, but on top of watching that and then watching the dramatization of Dope Sick, it just was eye opening.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah.
You
Put
see,
that one on your list
Dope
for
sick,
sure.
Yeah.
Michael
Definitely.
Keaton's in it, so you know.
Okay, yeah.
He's
Yep,
fucking shit up.
Yeah. Yep, he killing shit.
but then when I did my research on it and seeing like when they regulated the drug, they like marketed it as like what?
The trap phone. That's something new.
He said something new.
We didn't do that when you was here before.
When they regulated the drug, they marketed it like it was like, oh no, you can't really get addicted. It helps pain. But then they started getting clearance, and then more companies started coming out because I think Purdue is one of them. There's another company. There's also a Chinese company. There's like top 5 major players in it. But Purdue was the one that you've seen a lot of stories about. But also Johnson & Johnson is one of them too. But people don't know all about that. That there's also a Chinese opioid company that made opioids too. They was making big bang. You would have thought it was like the crack epidemic as much as they were
I
selling.
mean, it essentially was.
And it still
Yeah.
is. It's still going on.
But it's getting funding and attention because it was affecting them.
Yeah, that's the
Not
thing. That's
just
the thing.
us. Because
If it
we-
was just affecting us, it wouldn't even
it was
care.
called heroin and crack.
Yep. Literally.
And that's how
Yeah.
they treated it. They locked us up. Them, they got help. Don't
Yep.
get me started.
Nah, that's
Fucking
facts though.
adjust my mic.
And then with the opioids thing is, everybody was doing it. So you probably had a person that probably got injured in probably a car accident, probably hurt the elbow. Like, take some opioids, take some like Percocet, you'll be all right. When they could
Mhm.
easily just like take a Tylenol, get rest, do some what you call it, resistance or whatever.
Yeah,
Rehabilitation
nigga,
training.
I remember growing up, nigga, seeing motherfuckers constantly popping perks, Xannies, all that shit. Like,
Trying to flip
Yeah.
the.
trying,
Damn,
yeah.
I've been with
And
two
I mean,
people.
like, I can see it as people, if you're smart, like a person give you all them pills. People would, what? What'd you say?
No, I was just thinking that one. I've dealt with multiple people with this kind of issue,
Mhm.
and then I was thinking, no wonder I fucking fits of depression.
they be wild. You ever stick a Xanny up somebody's ass? That's
What?
What?
That's
I ain't get that deep in there.
he said I ain't get that deep in there.
Wait, is that a real thing, or you just made
Nah,
that up?
nah, I'm dead ass. I'm cracking. Just I never did it or nothing. 'Cause I don't fuck with pills. Never have.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I've heard
do
motherfuckers talk
drugs,
about
kids.
it. Like they be sticking perks up at people's asses and shit.
They try to get the
What,
high.
you absorb it better than
Yeah,
going through the
that's what they
digestion
say.
system?
That's what they say.
See, I don't know if that makes sense because
It
that's the
doesn't.
end of the digestive tract.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna come back out. Never to say like
I
what?
don't
But I mean, I guess it gets still into your
blood
bloodstream.
vessels.
That's weird though.
Hey, I don't know whoever made that up.
Like we talked about last episode. No.
Just don't do
Like, what is with the things in the hat? Man?
Yo, it's
Uh-huh.
always somebody trying like.
Why can't we just do a line of coke like normal?
Yeah, man.
But
Booger
whenever-
sugar.
but whenever it
Motherfucking nose
comes out,
candy.
Whenever I get this documentary finished and all that, I'll send it to y'all. Y'all
I'm
can
not
probably-
promoting snorting coke. I'm sorry.
I
had to fix
know.
that for a second because
We didn't say we would that.
it sounded like I was endorsing it too much. So I just had to bring that back.
It's like what one of my teachers said when I brought up the idea of doing a documentary on opioids. He's like, crazy part is like you got to think about it. These people in inner city don't have bread to buy no opioids off like straight up from the doctor. You know how much that costs without insurance? That's bread. So how you think it got a community? Somebody probably walked to him like, hey, you can make such and such off of this one pill and you just sell it or such and such. Somebody be like, dang, I'm not making as much for my 9 to 5. Not getting nothing over here. Money not hitting over here. Shoot. If he said it's a quick, easy buck, I'd do it. And then they start to sell it, and this and that happen, and then they go to jail for it. But another person goes to jail for it and they get off scotch free, or they get he didn't know what he was doing.
My man, the drug salesperson got a free paid vacation for his efforts in sales.
Facts.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Facts.
But-
That shit's
Well, more to
crazy.
come.
Yeah.
You got a title for it yet?
Nah, but I'm gonna create a good dope title for it, and hopefully I'll make this a cinematic type thing.
Okay.
It's pretty much it's a non.
And you're not worried that there's been several of them?
No, because technically this is a documentary, like it's ongoing. So like, say if I was doing a
Are
documentary,
you focused? Like, what's your niche? Like, are you focused on just this state? Like,
this is state pretty much only, but also
Okay.
like talking from the United States perspective as first. But you got to think about it, and on this scale of our state, it's got to be drastic because our state is a small state. We're the first state, and it's pretty small compared to a lot of states. And you got to think opioids come in from all different states, from PA, from New Jersey, and all that. So you got to think of it on a legal market too. Nowadays, they got fentanyl mixed in with all that stuff. That's also an opioid as well. People don't know all this stuff like fentanyl, all that stuff is an opioid, but it's just man-made. The only difference between they call it opioid is because the opium plant, they keep the chemistry the same as the opioid plant. So that's why they call it an opioid. But technically,
excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry. Because I was listening to Zach from what it must sound like sometimes when you're listening to me. Because I was like, I know what opioid is.
no, but I'm just explaining it for people that, because
I
You
know, I
asked
get
somebody on
it.
the
But I'm
show.
saying
Yeah.
the same thing. I was just sitting there. Oh, this is what it sounds like when I'm talking to Darien about compression and shit.
but some people don't even know what like an opioid is. They don't even know what different terms of opioids. Like a Tylenol is technically a pain reliever, so you can tend to use an opioid, but it's not really. But it pain relief.
Unless you want Tylenol with codeine.
That's also another thing, but that's a whole nother topic with the codeine.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully y'all check it out whenever I drop it. It should be. It's gonna be dropped once I finish it before the end of this year. So yeah. Well, because it's for
All
a
right,
school
stay
project.
tuned to
That is-
once I finished it before the end of this year.
Well, I don't have
That
a
is
set
two
date,
different
but it's a
time
school
frames.
project. So before
That is two different
coming
time
out, I'm gonna
frames.
say something like spring. Spring it should be on the market by
Bring nigga, hold on. You went that's after the end of this year.
then. Well, December is the end of the class, so it should be done before December, like for the end of the class.
But you
Oh,
said
but
you
it
said
won't
So
drop
spring,
till
Like
spring.
no, like spring is what I'm saying. Like it should be out before spring. That's what I'm saying. December is the end of the class. That's when all
We'll
the
give you an
production will be
update.
done.
We'll tell
I'll give you an
Well,
update. I'm
well,
sorry, I'm
yeah,
saying this
well,
all over the place, but I'm still in the early stages of the documentary, so that's all
Okay.
I'm
I
saying.
think you just gave the documentary.
Yeah, you
Nah, they give you all the topics. There's a lot of shit going on.
That's dope
And-
though. That's
I got a
dope.
question for you guys. So put it into your perspective, career goals, right? Filmography or carpentry,
Mhm.
right? And let's say when you started, you had questions. So you were on Instagram and you saw I did carpentry or filmography. And I wasn't far ahead of you, but I knew some shit. So you reached out because you're a personable person. So you would reach out.
Mhm.
I would give you shit. I would give you tidbits. And maybe your situation was certainly different than mine, but you had different opportunities. And now you far accelerated from a career perspective
Mhm.
where I was.
Mhm.
Would you put me on at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I knew
I
you,
would.
but it depends.
If-
If you're just a random hit me up, I'll give you some tips. But if we get like a closer relationship, then sure, I'll put you on.
But that's basically what he's saying. Like, if it was somebody that was giving you tips and
Like,
giving you a little bit of knowledge and stuff,
Yeah, I'll
and
put
you
you on.
shoot past them,
Yeah,
like
I'll put you on.
I would put them on.
Like, if I see opportunity, I'll
we
give it
would
to you.
talk. It wasn't just
Yeah.
we even hung out in person once.
yeah.
If I see opportunity, I would do it.
I mean,
give it to you.
theoretically.
Like not like.
Yeah.
But no, I have people in like the industry that I talk to that does music videos and all that, and I ask them all the time about tips and pointers. Like I didn't know how to send videos over through. I never knew about WeChat until he let me know. I was like, "Yo, I
But
got
let me
these-
ask you this question though. So now I don't want to put your living situation out on it, but you probably have more freedom with moving money than either Darien or myself,
Mhm.
right? You have less responsibility, no kids, no spouse. So you're able to elevate because you can take more risk and do more things,
Mhm.
right? So now how do you pay it back? And do you have to pay it back? I feel like yes.
Yeah. I feel
And
like
maybe
you
that
should.
could be to me. Like if
It
you
depends
taught
on-
me some shit or you taught me some shit
Mhm.
and I got on, even down to like I can't take this job. Hey, I got a guy. This guy showed me some of the shit I knew.
Yeah, I can do that, yeah.
Yeah. I
Or
would
then
definitely.
also-
Or even, yo, let me show you what I've learned because I've been around these people.
Yeah.
So-
at least a mention. Or
But also, you got
something,
to think
like-
about it too. Like, I wouldn't give up all the juice because some people would start to sell the juice that you gave them and act like they made it up. That's depending on who you talk to. Because you can give him the juice.
That's basically what's going on now.
No, but he said, like, this is the thing I'm
You
saying.
gave the
You
nigga
give him
the
the
juice.
but you didn't give him all the juice.
And
Like,
no.
he probably ran.
And let me say, in the situation, the person put in work
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
to
saying.
get where they got to go.
So you
Yeah.
probably give him
I'm
bits and
not
points.
saying that they rode my coattails at all. I'm saying is I gave them a little sprinkles,
Yeah.
theoretically, and then they took that and they
And ran
had
off.
time and opportunity to grow fast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What's the payback?
Payback is like if I see an
Even
opportunity-
down to like if
That's-
you say, "Yo, I'm building this fucking custom desk for this guy.
Mm.
Come sit with me while I build the desk." Yo, I'm filming this filmography. I'm filming this music video, and it's gonna be some dope visuals that I never shot before. Yo, come check this out with me. I'm not
Mhm.
looking for money, and
Mhm.
theoretically, but just nothing.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're always happy when somebody you know accelerates, and I don't know why in this particular instance it drives me crazy.
Mm.
And I know there's things with me that I have to change, right? Like I have to go at it harder. I got to figure out time so that I could go at it harder. Totally acknowledge that.
Mhm.
I'm not taking away. I'm not saying the person got lucky. I'm saying they put in the work,
Mhm.
but they did things differently. Down to, I'll give you an example. And you told me about this last week, right? So I meet you. We're cool. You
Mhm.
happen to do music. Whoops. You happen to do music. So I say, let's get together and collaborate, right? Boom.
Mhm.
No, nothing established. Boom, I record a couple of things for you for free. Boom, you start making music. But maybe you're the wrong client, right?
Mhm.
Because if I told you from the jump, hey, you're my man, you cool, but you know, this is my bread and butter. So this is what I'm gonna charge you. This is what I normally charge. This is what I'm gonna charge you, right?
Mhm.
And then because you're paying for it, the hope is that you would take it more serious. So then you're gonna place yourself around other people who take it more serious,
Yeah.
which means more referral business, right? So like if you just film, you know, you meet a rapper, you just film videos from all the time and he don't break you off nothing, he probably won't attract any other business for you. Like, you know, the whole exposure thing. Yeah, you're getting stuff on your resume, you're getting credits. Cool.
doing that.
But what other people are they attracted to you versus a paying customer that knows your value and is happy to pay you? I think they're going to attract more customers. And I
I'd
think
rather
that's
take-
where I fucked up in the past.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a paying customer over a person that, because this is the thing. I did music videos when I first started out. Young people, kids, and all that. They always like, "Oh, I'll get you exposure." I'm like, "Cool." I've been doing this since
From
high
your
school.
400 Instagram
I started-
followers?
No, I'm talking about I've been doing this since.
No, I'm saying they got 400 followers. What exposure are you
That's what I'm
giving
saying.
them?
But they like, oh, YouTube or people on the gram, like they got 1,000 people on the gram exposure. But this is the thing I started learning, like, bro, exposure don't pay my bills. You can say exposure, and I could be out here struggling on the last bill due, and like, damn, hopefully this dude put me on, and then don't work out.
But not
That's the
even
thing.
so much the money. I'm just thinking of how
I mean, you can still see
I
that as
can't
an
talk about the
opportunity.
exact example because the person is a good guy and I'm not trying to shit on them at all.
Mhm.
But this is just how I was just wanted to talk with my guys about how I was feeling about the shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what started. I was looking at something and I saw something and it kind of bothered me.
Mm.
Like I'm older, right? So
Mhm.
none of us have promised time, but in theory, my time is shorter than most other people's because of just simply how long I've been here and what life
Yeah.
expectancy is. So of course you feel that pressure to want to perform and excel and do what you've dreamt of doing and invested in doing, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't remember my point, but
Should you get put on? type
so
stuff.
just like interact, like offer something. I think it's just me. Like if I go to extra effort, like if somebody says, share people that you are great, that you think are great about, I'm going to constantly tag you in it. Like,
Mhm.
hey, I need you to watch this video. It may not be something I'm interested in because you're my people's. I'm going to fucking watch the video
Right.
because I know in order for you to really get the credit, I need to watch the whole thing and not just click it like and click off.
Mhm.
That's me. If I haven't heard from you, I'm going to fucking reach out and check on you and see how you're doing. And I'm getting tired. I feel like in most instances, I'm the only one doing that and it's not getting reciprocated and it's frustrating.
Mhm. Wow.
You gotta change your friend group. That's all it is sometimes. But you gotta see it. But you gotta see it from the beginning though. Like when you first was talking to them, like were they like, cool, bro? I'll keep you in touch, or such and such. You're throwing ideas back and forth. Like, all right, I got something up. Help me out here, or yo, I'm doing this. I'll put a promo for you, or say I got to
Yeah.
show something. Was he doing that?
And I would always pitch ideas like, oh, let's do this together. Let's do that
Yeah.
together.
And what'd he do?
They just kind of always kept their distance to a degree.
So yeah, I would have just I already knew it. Like, all right, he's not on my type of I'll be on no spirit shit, but he's not on my type of wave I'm going to, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
He's not
think
on my
it
flow.
all is a similar thing, right? I almost have to fight my natural inclination to want to help people because it's not attracting the right people. Because
You
just like
can't-
in the example I gave
everybody.
you a couple weeks ago, or was it last week, whatever, had you decided in that instance where the person had me work on 3/4 of a project and I finished, had I got paid for it, okay, whatever.
Mhm.
Because at least there was some exchange for my time, right? Because that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah.
Time is such a precious,
So now
unrecoverable commodity.
Then it's basically you literally got nothing for the time and effort that you took into that shit.
Mhm.
That's the part that's fucking annoying. That's why I'm a frugal ass nigga, and if I ever do anything for any of you motherfuckers, best believe you getting charged. Like it's no.
And it's not even on some
you be wanting to look
ill
out.
shit.
You be wanting to look out for
Plus,
motherfuckers,
sometimes
but
it is like all this experience I learned over the years just to do it for free.
nigga,
all
what
the-
years?
Come on. Now. I've been doing this shit since
Nigga,
high
yeah.
school, so I'm like, I got some years. I mean, like, I've been shooting videos, editing YouTube videos, gaming videos. Like, all that time has to add up.
Yeah.
People nowadays, they think you got a phone and like, that's a camera. Like, I mean, everybody has a camera on their phone. Like my teacher said. Nowadays, everybody can shoot pictures, shoot video. But what makes you stand out?
Right. We used to talk about that when I worked at the marketing company because if a client that we charge to do social media for can do it themselves,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be something better than what they can do themselves because you buy the right phone, you got a great fucking camera, right? We did some research and learned that, hey, we can record this on a fucking iPhone.
Yep,
Mhm.
facts, big facts.
But would the quality be different? Yeah.
Yeah,
But then, like,
but it's still good
works.
quality.
Still
though.
good quality.
It's still decent.
Still good
but,
quality.
But
and the
you
new
also
guy
gotta-
editing is doing a fucking amazing job.
you
I
also got to
say.
think about it. Like, most people aren't going to look at it how we're looking at it.
No.
We're looking at it for the critiques. Like we're looking at
But
what's
those
wrong
subtle
with it. And
differences,
all the,
I guarantee you people who don't notice the little improvements in the time taken to cut and add pictures and shit
Mhm.
would notice that shit that was crooked. They didn't notice the
Yeah.
differences, but they noticed the one that was crooked.
Yeah.
And they noticed the very first one that was blurry as fuck. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Fact.
But it's better, like, to have your stuff, like, to know what you're doing and make sure, like, everything's done correctly. Because what makes you stand out is how you get farther in life. You can't just be like, I'm going to do this forever and be stagnant. Because you won't get nowhere. Because people be like, well, I can go to this person. He knows more than you now.
Yeah.
Because you're not learning every single day. So that makes what makes you different. Because I say anybody can have a camera, but it's what you can do with that camera. You can pull out an iPhone and do that with it, but it's like, all right, I have a cinema camera. Doesn't make me a good videographer. You can buy
Right.
the expensive gear and still not know how to fucking light a picture properly.
That's true.
We had a guy work with us that had all this education, like great education at great schools for videography, and he just didn't have the eye to pick good shots.
Mhm.
And even when he would edit like otherwise great shots that were taken by another cameraman,
Mhm.
his eye to just edit it and stitch it together in such a cinematic way wasn't there.
Mm.
Where we had a guy that did the bare minimum, but his talent for his eye was impeccable.
You can have a
And he
cinematic
didn't really
eye.
have to put in much effort to give you great work.
Right.
So
It's depending,
like, you know,
it's the
little
thing.
things like even when I'm editing our audio, like there's little things that probably most people wouldn't notice that I take the time to sit there and cut and do. But it's, again, at the end of the day, it's my brand, it's me.
Mhm.
So
you
I'm
want
going to
it
do my
be-
best at
Yep.
it.
Yep.
As it
Put your
should.
best foot forward. Don't half-ass it. Like they say.
Don't
You
have
can't be
shit.
what you call it. You gotta go full force. You can't be doing this and that. You gotta either go and go full force, or you can't be half-assing
If you out here half-assing, you only got one cheek.
it. And I don't know how
I
you shit
thought we
with
were
one cheek.
talking for like 2 hours. It must be fucking high.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
I must be high and didn't notice because it's only been like 28 minutes.
Oh shit!
But like, yeah,
I was like, all right, what's your final thought? Not time yet. Not time yet.
But to finish up that though is like the thing, because like I said, everybody, like, even one of my teachers, he did photography, and then when the big brands started going to people that had like whoever can get as many photos out as long as it's quality and have the caption on it ready, they'll go to them, or they start third partying it out, and that's messing up bread for the people that took the time, the experience to become a sports photographer or a photographer. You know how much time that takes, and then getting the right shots, editing it. Now it's whoever has the best photos and get as much quantity out to them in time.
That's facts.
So
But
now
I-
that's a dying era.
Facts. But I would also say, you in a way, you kind of should take it as a W also. Because you showed somebody some shit and they progressed to a certain level. So now you know if you put in the same time and effort, you can surpass that.
Yes, and
'Cause
I
you gave
do.
them that.
And then what happens is, and what what happens, and I think what leads to like the deep emotional reflection is I start questioning myself. And then I start dissecting myself. And then I get really, really...
That's your problem.
That's the thing. Like I said,
I get really... Instead of just
Don't
saying,
fall
all
in
right,
love
fuck
with
it. I didn't do that. What am I going to do next?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I sat there and got reflect. And it was all because I was looking for something else and I happened to come across a post. I was like, what? And it's conflicting because the first instinct is like, yeah, like cheering, like, yes, my nigga, he did it. Like, I remember when he couldn't do this shit and he's like fucking there.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why the fuck am I not there?
Nah, yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? It's like if you help somebody, you helped all your brothers and sisters study for school and they got immaculate grades and went on and got all these degrees and these accolades. And they wouldn't have got there, at least not the leap at first, if you hadn't like built that foundation for them. And then you still at home working 2 jobs. Like it's frustrating as fuck.
Oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
And then-
I'm robbing a nigga. I'm sorry.
Okay, we
Family
ain't
or
gotta
not,
go down there.
y'all
but
get like that. I'm running pockets.
But I think
Okay.
too, I forgot
said
to forget.
okay.
Like
that's why they move out of state. They don't look back. It's like, yeah. Like what Boosie say? What Boosie say? You go back to your own state. Yeah, it's over.
but I also sometimes tend to compare and don't like I could never compare where you are and Zach are financially, right? Even if you were the same age, because Zach doesn't have any kids. And Zach has some help with his living expenses where you're the head of your household. So no matter how much effort you put in, Zach could take more risk and spend a little more bread than you.
Facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Start moving dope, then shit. You gonna start
I
spending
thought
more bread
about
than me.
it, but I'm like,
I don't want to look
nah,
over my back all my life.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's what I always
Look over
say.
my shoulder.
I probably
already-
be the worst drug dealer.
We already got to look over our shoulder, nigga. We black, so like,
Yeah. But I thought about like I'd be the worst drug dealer. And be like, all right, give me 10 for 20. What's the 10? I'll be questioning
10
like,
for
damn.
20.
Nah, they be like, give me a dime
10
bag.
what?
They're gonna be like, give me a dime bag. I'm like, damn.
First of all,
how do I make a
Zach,
dime?
You just
I'ma send
showed
you a
us-
grid.
You just showed us you don't know nothing about doing deals. Nigga.
That's what I don't know
Nigga
nothing about the
said
drug
10
deal and shit.
Nigga said
Can you imagine if Zach is your
10 for
intern and
20.
you send him to buy your weed and shit?
no matter what that is no good substance. 10 for 20. No matter what it is, weed, cocaine, fucking pills, none of it makes sense.
Flour,
Flowers,
sugar.
none of it makes sense.
Shit. Speaking of race, this is a nice segue. We once were on this platform praising the genius of Donda Son.
Come
Kanye
on,
West.
man.
And it was funny. At first, when it first started buzzing, I was like, this is what he does. It's for attention. I'm not talking about this dude. And then I was reading this morning where he went back and forth with Boosie and he went back and forth with Diddy. I was like, all right, we got to talk about it. Just because it's still making its rounds. And I apologize because this is going to be a little dated material.
Oh
when it
yeah,
comes
because
out.
they probably gonna be done talking about it by the time this
Also,
comes
by
out.
the time you guys have seen this, I have leveled up another age around the sun.
Oh, that's facts.
I think so. Or about to in like 2 days.
Mm.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, my guy. I think my
Thank you.
son.
Balloons in there.
What day is this coming out?
Damn.
So
Damn.
32 comes out. Pardon us while we work some logistics
See,
out.
we be all this shit come out in the
See,
future.
we busting our fucking ass to make sure you guys always have content
You
regardless of
busting
what we got
ass.
going on.
Facts. You just say you just bust ass?
I said no. I said you busting ass.
We busting
That pink
our
ass do rag, nigga.
This shit probably tight as hell.
that shit.
That nigga ain't getting no oxygen to his brain.
All right.
Oh
Don't
shit.
say
He's
nothing.
gonna
I'm
take
like,
that shit off, and
I'ma
3
pull
days
up like the
later, the
nigga
line's
paid
still
in
gonna be on
full.
his forehead.
I'm pull up the nigga on
So
like what's that static sound?
32
Oh,
comes
your
out
phone.
on the 13th, and then this will come out on the 20th.
Your phone making
Yeah,
a
2
static
days
sound.
before my birthday, because my birthday's on a Saturday this year.
Got you. So yeah, it's what,
Oh,
5
shit.
days before my
That was-
son's birthday?
Wait, he's
Yeah.
an October baby too?
Yeah,
Oh,
October
oh,
25th.
shit, nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'll have a fucking teenager.
You got a
Jesus.
teenager.
Yeah.
Wait, his birthday's the same day as Boss Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, boss
shit.
man had the same birthday. Yep.
All right, so now you can switch out gifts. You're like, yo, thank you, boss man. That's for my son, right? Got you a new air fryer, son.
To a degree, I think we've all have come on here and agreed that this man has a level of genius, right?
All right.
So if you had to summarize the opinions out there. So if you don't know, if you live under a rock or you don't have social media or you're better behaved and don't spend as much time on social as some of us do, Kanye West was at a fashion show in Paris, I believe, or somewhere in Europe, somewhere over there, across the pond. And him and Candace Brown, who has been a right-wing supporter, wear a shirt to a fashion show that says White Lives Matter as a play on Black Lives Matter. And the internet's up in uproar. So my first opinion was this is what he does, right? Like he's
a living fucking troll.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So is it just for attention? I'm not paying attention to this shit, but I can't escape it.
No, it's attention. It's attention.
I even saw the shit on LinkedIn.
Everything that shit's everywhere. Everything he does is literally a living troll motion. Like, no matter what he does, it's always to gain attention. And every time he gains attention, everybody fucking falls for it.
And guess what? Look, hey, it's free promo. As a
I'm about to say no press is bad press.
Yeah, that's what they say. No press is bad press. This nigga's still a billionaire, so like
he did it with
the
Don
fuck. Like,
but
Jesus.
do you see it as a fan, right? At some point, we've all have been fans or are fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it as him pandering, right? Because he could be playing the game really well, right? Because these white people love his fashion and they eat it up.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just playing the game to continue to create wealth for himself and his family?
I guess.
I don't know. That nigga be
they
tweaking
have
sometimes.
barbaric motherfuckers.
He be
like
tweaking
you,
sometimes. I don't know. That nigga be tweaking like he off a perky. Sometimes he just be talking out his ass.
Well, I'm in the belief of
like he's smart.
Right. If you watch interviews with him and shit.
Back in the day, he was.
And it's like anything. Like, I give you an example. You just think of how they classify insanity and craziness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, women were sent to an insane asylum for having an orgasm. Some of the first vibrators were created to help study women's orgasm, which they said was a crazy fit. So, like, what defines crazy? What if he's the sane one and we're all crazy, right? Is it relative? There's no scale. Like,
I don't believe that.
I ain't gonna believe that shit at all.
You ain't gonna.
That's the same. That's the
right?
same
But
dude,
think,
nah,
heroin was a fucking cough medication initially.
Cocaine.
All that shit. But what are the predominant areas that they're flooding that shit into?
Well, this is what I mean.
Black.
I probably, and I was again.
But white lives matter.
No,
come on,
I'm
my
not saying
brother.
That's right.
They
Speak up, my brother.
They flooding our neighborhoods with all the bullshit.
But
and we gotta accept this shit. But if we say something wrong or if we try to combat the shit that's going on to us, it's all they're fucking animals. They're doing all this, and it's all.
I'm not
fucking,
arguing that.
Yeah,
I'm not at any level defending the symbolism, the shirt, right? Because again, it's kind of like the earlier topic. What are you doing for the people that put you there?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I know he donates and stuff like that, but still.
But it's still like we're already struggling to be accepted as it is, right? So every week, Darien comes on here. He professes his love for his queen,
Nubian queen,
the goddess
Facts.
Tunisia, as he should.
Big facts.
But then if one day he comes in here and he's like, I got this guest on the store. It's this prostitute named Bunny, and she sits on his lap.
Oh!
Now that's gonna be a whole.
First off,
what do you believe?
I believe I'ma die, nigga. The fuck?
Facts. You will die.
Fuck?
But like, what about the people who like threw caution to the wind and really are inspired by your story?
And then they see me with some other bitch.
And they want to, they really like, I'm gonna take a chance because Black love does exist. It is beautiful. Look how Darien glows. That fucking bright beige when he talks about his wife. And I want that shit. And then you're in here with some other bitch. Like they put all their stock into you.
You know what kind of comments we gonna get?
No. Then you gonna hear somebody
that bitch. That ain't you. like
nah,
it's gonna go crazy.
But then you gonna get the person.
Well, they don't know because she hasn't come on the show yet, so they don't know.
But if you know me, you know her.
That's
Because
true.
I mean, if you got me
If you
got me on
social.
Facebook, on Insta,
Instagram.
on anything, my picture is us. Like all my pictures is always
I
us.
tried to shoot some.
But then look, what if then they gonna be like, well, we're in an open relationship. Then you gonna be like, wait a minute. I didn't know you could be that deep in love. Well, hey, we exhibit our different expressions.
It's back to the open relationship shit.
That's no, I'm just saying that's what it technically. You can technically say that.
That's what you want. You want open relationship?
Hell, fucking no, nigga.
Do you want a relationship?
I want a relationship, but not open.
Come on, let's play matchmaker.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
Play matchmaker.
Yo, we can do a whole series.
Big facts.
I mean, shit.
We
We
have
should start.
girl. We can interview chicks.
No, y'all. I'm about to say.
No, yeah.
Neither one of us are in the dating pool.
I was forgetting.
I got you. I can. I have good taste because that's
He
like
has great taste, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask the right fucking question.
Yeah,
Facts.
I forgot. Yeah, you dragged somebody off the bed one time. I gotta go. If we gonna go pimping
And we
some
go
people,
back to it.
then we go back to the player days. I'm like, all right, I need somebody to be a pimp. I got you. That's how I call him. Like, yo, how'd you do that drag one time? I'm like, did you wrap the hair?
Did you grab one ankle?
Like-
did you grab both?
Did,
Both
did you
ankles.
do the hair like pulling like?
It's at both ankles.
And you gotta use like velocity. You can't just drag. You got to velocity pull it. You can't just bullshit.
Facts. Make sure you use the muscle in your forearms.
I say we go on your Tinder or whatever your dating app is of choice, and we reach out to
don't
people.
do. I don't
Tinder's
think
trash.
Tinder. Yeah.
Whatever you do, I don't know.
If you just want some
23
ass, we can hook you up on Tinder.
Tinder's still trash.
But let's just live interview.
Hold on,
them.
that sounded like I knew what the fuck I was doing, and I
Yeah.
don't. So
What you on the side, huh? What the fuck this nigga talking about? So you gonna say here.
T gonna be at the door. Phone
Delete all that shit.
right now. Phone.
Oh,
Like, what
shit.
is that Snapchat? Delete that shit. Is that TikTok? I don't want to see you on there.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. That is
Babe, but the
funny.
podcast. Fuck that podcast.
Then fuck that podcast.
Ramon or Zach will do that shit.
Damn.
Said, nigga, you gave up your seat. like,
But you're like, but nothing.
Every video you take, T gonna be in the background. Hey guys, it's Darien from Warm the Crib. It's my wife.
oh, that's funny.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's hilarious.
So
That could be a
where
side
where
story.
where are we at with this Kanye thing? Like, do we give him a pat? Like, you saw the messages with him and Diddy?
Nah,
Nah,
I can't get DVD.
I
I was
see.
like, but did I send it to you?
you probably, nigga.
I can't go in nothing because my phone's currently recording.
Nah, I'm saying, nigga, you know.
Yeah.
You sent me a couple things. I get
But
to 'em.
anyway, the short
Did you,
version
if you
is
send it today,
yeah. Diddy.
I'll probably see it tomorrow or Monday. So it's
oh, that's what this nigga was talking about. Diddy was saying to him like, "Yo, let's meet up as men so we can talk about how this is affecting us in the culture." And he basically said, "Fuck you, you're the ops, blase, blase, blah."
That's what Kanye said.
Basically, he
But you
said,
know
"I don't want to meet with you."
Then did he go on the Breakfast Club and kind of try to?
Well, he defended him when he was having all the problems with
Yeah.
when Adidas trying to copy his shit, and he's like, "We stand with Ye." He
That's
was getting
another topic,
T-shirts
too.
made and shit,
that Adidas shit.
and he went and defended him. So he's like, that's my brother, and he's like, "I want to talk to you about how this looks, the optics of it, how it looks for us, our people."
He said,
But
Diddy,
you gotta see this though too.
How you gonna say that to Diddy?
Hold
like
up.
to Diddy or like
You gotta see.
these is the niggas
The
that
thing about Kanye
they
is,
got you.
if it doesn't go his way, he starts to make everybody seem like the bad guy, like with Adidas. You gotta think that was a partnership, but he wants to become like, I want to be on the board and all that. That's a partnership. He has his brand. Not a lot of people get that. Like, you gotta think, a lot of celebrities out here, they get a brand with sneaker companies, but don't get as much as
They don't
he
get
got.
as much equity.
That's what I'm saying. And when they don't want him, like, I want to be on the board, I want to be making such and such. You guys think about like him on the board, the way he talks. That's not gonna be a good look for Adidas, because then he say something wrong, it can mess up some other country type deal that was going through.
Let me ask you a question.
This nigga approaches a lot of shit like a nigga. Like he don't approaches it like
As
somebody
a business person.
Yeah, as a business person.
He
Nigga
goes
with $1
off
billion
like a-
dollars though.
yeah,
That doesn't. Yeah, hey, look, that's
and
the
that's
thing.
the fucked up thing.
You
It's a
can
nigga with $1
have
billion.
$1 billion,
That's-
but it doesn't make you a fucking smart person. Like you can get that offer. Like, all right, I'm a record deal, made this. I'm had some
Nah,
good people.
you
to help
don't
me.
make $1 billion.
No, but you
Nah,
can have
yeah.
if you have good
You can
financial
stumble
people.
into like a management job and
There's
kind of
not
fake
a lot
the
of
funk,
black billion.
but not $1 billion now.
But I'm talking about if you have good people behind you, like financially wise, that can know where to put your money at. Then
that are
sure.
going to put money behind somebody.
But I'm not
with some
saying
level
he
of
put
fucking
every money
intelligence and
everywhere. Like
strategy.
he's not putting money everywhere. Like people, like everywhere he's putting money is not automatically gonna give him money back. That's what I'm saying. He has to have somebody tell him like, okay, this might be a good investment. You should do this. Every idea he pops up in his head, he's like, I want to do this. He probably got to talk. If he talks to somebody like financially, they probably be like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
nigga,
I forgot my original point.
I don't
But
know,
like,
but
would
I
we
just
agree
thought
with
about $1
Kanye?
billion.
Like, would y'all think
nigga.
Kanye's still smart? Like, would you agree with him?
I
saying,
got the fuck I could do with $1 billion, nigga.
niggas could do a lot with $1 billion.
With it, but nigga, I'll be set for life. Like
Pretty much.
this
Unless you
one.
blow it. Just when I worked at the
I-
bank, people who win the lottery for
Well,
High
$1 billion. If you
value
blow
dollar.
$1 billion, nigga, you might as well just office. So I ain't
Nigga,
gonna
do
cap.
you don't know the fuck you talking to? I'm a frugal
How you
ass
gonna
nigga.
blow $1
I
billion,
say
you
though?
still. How long do you think you would still be frugal?
for the rest of my life. I'll buy me a cheap little house, nigga, that's just enough room for my family and all that. Like I am a fruit nigga. You don't
Nigga,
know.
fuck all that.
I
I'm
am
buying me a house on some big land.
Oh, you're gonna
No,
splurge.
I'm just buying land. I'm buying land and
I'm
building
gonna buy a
whatever I
big
want.
land.
It's
I'm gonna
cheap-
build whatever on it.
It, just so y'all ever know, it is cheaper to buy land and build your house on it than it
Yeah.
is to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be exactly what you want rather than
Buying some pre-made from our
Yeah.
whole catalog.
that shit. Because that's what I plan on doing is buying land. And
Buying land and building
Next
a
time
house.
we have a guest, you sit in the middle. My
Why?
neck sore as hell.
yeah, you do keep looking back and
I'm trying
forth.
to get everybody my attention.
Nigga, break
we
his
got
neck.
our own Rahmonn bobblehead, motherfucker.
Pause.
Pause.
Whoa.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that.
Pause has
Yeah.
got to be strong after
Kanye.
until last
Pause.
week settled a couple weeks.
we got.
He don't know yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kanye tweaking.
That was a good ass episode though. This is a good ass episode.
Kanye be tweaking.
They all good.
Oh,
why
that's
you
what I was
should
going to
make
ask
sure.
you. So, you helped us film this in the beginning, and we are forever grateful, right?
Mhm.
Big facts, always. Don't forget that shit. Nigga.
So, somebody picks us up and they say, damn, them niggas is funny as hell. Let's put them on the show,
Mhm.
right? And we come to them and we say, these are our terms. We want a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of equity. We want some percentage of this business, whatever it is.
Mhm.
And we want our guy to be in charge of filming it. That's if you're available.
Mhm.
Right. So they say, yeah, we're gonna get you this. We're gonna get you your production company. So
Mhm.
they seek out Zachariah Films for production company. We say, Zach, for us making this deal happen for you, this is the most money you've ever made in your career thus far. We want 5% of your company.
Mm.
Look, you still have all creative control of everything.
I
We just
know.
want-
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I mean, it's 5%, bro. You still have,
Like on
majority
Shark Tank, I
share.
was like, can I talk with somebody for a few? I'll be back with you. The thing about that
So all
five-
I got to do, they're willing to pay you the highest amount you
But hold
can
on,
pay
what's-
with
what
a
is-
contract for 5 years. And they say, you pick whoever you want. I say, bet. I got you this bread for 5 years. I want 5% of Zachariah Films. 2%, 2.5% for me, 2.5% from my man.
Depends how much bread they offering.
Let's say it's $1 million. 5 years, $1 million. I don't know. It's more than
5 years, $1 million.
$1 million for 5 years.
Oh, so they pay me $1 million for 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's $5 million.
Because I'm putting it in the universe that we're gonna be that fucking big in value.
We are.
I see.
That's why you need to stay the fuck tuned.
I see about 2%.
2%
Negotiate.
for both of us. Nah, hold on. Say we started off with 5. All right. So
You gonna jump down to 2?
Benzo, you my nigga. All right. We gonna drop down to 4.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be 2 and 2.
Yeah.
You cool with 4%?
it'd be cool for friends.
Okay.
Damn.
4%. Nigga tripping over his lips.
Hey, it'd be cool with 4%. You said
All that
I keep
fucking
all.
cranberry
Hold up.
juice.
You said I keep all the shit I can do, right?
Yeah.
But y'all just on 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4%. My fault.
Yeah.
So that means we
are
get
silent.
percentage of all your other profitability through the year. So whatever else
So
Zachariah
that $1
Films
million I
does.
make, that means y'all getting 4% off.
Yeah. he-
Damn, y'all niggas think y'all slick. I ain't slick. Y'all ain't
Took
slick.
him a minute. He
Y'all
got.
ain't slick.
got-
Hell no, nigga.
But your other shit too, like your deal with Barstool and your deal with Revolt, whatever deals you got with those.
Barstool, damn.
Barstool.
What I
Revolt?
drink White Claws? Like,
I don't
damn.
know. Barstool is
What?
a big company that
They
runs this
are.
podcast.
Don't they do a $1 billion game or some shit?
It probably
Yeah,
is
it's
because they
got.
got like sponsorship from NFL, NBA, and all that
Yeah.
A
shit.
lot of niggas got sponsorship. That's
So
why
that
we
just
need a
means
sponsorship. Y'all need to start
Your
fucking.
profitability, whatever your profitability is with your other ventures, we're also
I
entitled
mean,
to
yeah, I
that.
should know y'all.
So we'll waive the fact. We won't touch the $1 million you get from doing our show.
Oh,
We
yeah,
just want the
sure.
4%, 4.5% from the other shit you do.
I got you. Yeah, as long as I read over the contract and then I get a lawyer in there involved, and he can read over
You
that
should.
too.
You should.
Make sure that everything's good.
Nigga said, I don't trust you niggas. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure I'm
You
straight.
should always get a
I mean,
lawyer.
nah,
that's facts,
I
though.
want him to look over and make sure everything look good. So I'm like, I don't want to sign it. Like
He
niggas,
gonna
that,
be-
like niggas
Lawyer
that
gonna be like,
sign
did
like,
you see this? At the bottom line, it says you're signing over the entire rights to your whole company.
and
Did you
your
know
soul,
that?
like that, what?
Like, did you read what you signed?
Like, I don't want to sign no contract like Fabio. I'm like, damn, I signed this. I only got what 3,500 out of it.
Mm.
And what you call it? Mace owns damn near all my fucking masters and all that shit. That's crazy. I didn't know that was crazy.
You gonna
Mace-
try signing your shit?
I didn't know Mace.
You gonna
was
try
Fabio.
signing your shit? Your shit
No,
gonna say
no, you
your
know
shit
what?
gonna come up as Warm the Career Productions.
I defend creators to a degree, right? Darren, what's the most? Have you ever gotten a $100,000 check in your life?
Fuck no.
Right?
Shit, if
So,
we did.
Nigga,
If
if
you
I had $100,000, I'd be set for life, nigga.
Right?
Like-
So
Look at that.
if somebody came to you with a contract that wasn't the best, it's not the best contract, right? They hear the song that we did together. And they say, yo, we want to sign you. Here's $100,000, but here's a 360 like you to sign too.
You just
Now you got all this information about ownership and all this other shit. The biggest time in the world we could have all this information.
Hold on. So if
So right now, today,
Uh-huh.
tomorrow we've recorded the song,
uh,
and 3 weeks from now somebody comes to you and say, "Yo, we want to sign you," and they say, "Here's a check for 100,000 and 360 for 5 years." So we get you sell merch, whatever they do for next 5 years, they get a percentage of it.
100 G's for 5
But here's
years?
100 G right up front.
I would not.
Nah,
It depends on.
Recoupable.
I'm not doing.
It depends on how smart.
Not a lot of people can turn that down.
They won't.
I would.
But let's say it was back when you first
I
started
would
at Walmart.
hate turning that down. I would hate turning that down, but I would know because if you're willing to offer me this for 5 years and it's something that I've never even seen before, I know somebody's going to offer me more for probably about the same amount of time.
Right.
So I would think that logic. Granted, I'm gonna be mad as shit, and I'm probably not gonna tell my wife that I turned down $100,000 because she gonna be like, "Nigga, what the fuck?" Like,
then
but
she
think
probably
about
read
it.
the
But think
contract.
about
That
other
shit gonna be
dudes,
love,
like
though.
you have you're old enough to know your worth and know what you can make over time.
that's what
right?
it's about. No,
Not a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the right
there's
year that you
circumstances,
called
too.
me, I might take that 100,000 advanced 360 because
Nah,
I don't
that
know
is
no
true.
fucking better, and it's the most money I've ever gotten in my lifetime at one time.
But then I can see
But
that,
then
though,
again,
too.
that also might give you some type of because you're doing the project or whatever, so that will give you more promotion. So
Plus, but what if you're just great at flipping money and now you can take that 100,000 and flip it, and you're not even worried about that 5-year 360.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then also there's a thing. You can flip that money, but it's a 360, and they say anything you flip, we take some of that.
Right, just like our deal that you just signed.
I didn't sign anything. My lawyer ain't look at that
verbally,
shit.
you signed it verbally.
I ain't
You made a
verbally
verbal
signed shit.
agreement.
Not a
Yeah.
verbal
It's on
agreement.
tape.
Don't mean shit.
I
I wasn't here.
Fuck
I
these
wasn't
tapes.
here, nigga. Damn. But I said, if I gotta get my lawyer to check over it, said it on tape.
Right, but I'm just saying, like everybody's quick to run up when you hear about these rappers that are in bad deals. Everybody's quick to jump on Instagram
But
and
this is the
You're
thing.
Facebook.
hungry. You're guaranteed. to
Right,
sign
that's what I'm
something.
saying.
But nowadays-
if somebody walked up to you with a $100,000 check, you don't know what you would do either.
But this is the thing. Nowadays,
yeah, you're right. I don't know what I'll do because
Now-
nigga, 100 G's right now.
If you just
do
paid your
sound
rent and
good.
it's $20 left in your account till you get paid
and then you
again.
be like, you can have 100 G's. You gonna take that 100 G's?
Exactly.
But this thing
Nigga,
nowadays, this is
no
why
more
I'm saying-
mayonnaise sandwiches.
This is saying.
nigga.
This is the thing why I'm saying I
Like-
want to take it. If you already got that much buzz off of what you've made, somebody else is gonna bring a better offer.
But you might not be paid. If you hungry today, right now, and you don't have the wherewithal and the patience to see the future and see your
I
worth.
see that. I see that. I see what
But that's
you're
the
saying.
only problem. Because if you don't see that, you don't see the potential growth in everything
And then you're
that's
probably
being
fucking
offered
up
to
your
you.
future.
Right. Like, let's
Yeah.
take a person who grew up, whose parents have a house and they live at home. They don't have no rent to pay. They can afford to
Shots
take more.
fired.
No, it wasn't. shots fired.
I was saying that.
I don't know. We don't know if he pays rent. Or
Yeah,
the
I don't-
I'll
mortgage,
pay
so
some.
I don't
though.
assume.
I'll pay some.
So
I don't even want to ask you what you pay. Cause
Yeah,
I'm be
don't worry
pissed
about
about what I pay.
right,
But I'm in college.
he can afford to be like, yo, I want some equity. He can afford to push back. But if you in a period where maybe your wife ain't working and you got two little, because she's raising the kids and you got two little kids and you just got $20, you got to eat a peanut butter sandwich again for lunch. And somebody put a
Syrup
$100,000 check in you, you cannot fault these people because they have never seen that kind of money at once before.
Facts.
But then you got to think about the tax.
Tired
that
of
comes
eating
out of
top ramen.
You're gonna think about, damn, you really ain't getting exactly 100. They're gonna take tax with that bitch too.
Still more than you've ever had in one
And-
instance.
But also, with that offer, you could possibly be put in a circle that you never would have been able to get into.
True.
Right. That's what I
Granted-
said. You may know how to flip it, right?
Yeah,
True.
it sounds crazy, but the circle you keep is what your funds will be like.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep motherfuckers that's less than 100 G's,
You ain't gonna
you
make
you gonna stay less than 100 G's. You get 100 G's, you end up around motherfuckers that's basically around that same level, and
get money type.
you
shit.
just continue to. But that's how it should be, nigga.
Yeah.
Should be a bunch of motherfuckers.
Shit, I ain't hang
people
on
with a
broke
bunch
niggas
of.
on the
That's what
corner.
I would want to do. If I ever came into mad money, I would buy a couple of buildings and a couple of businesses. I'll buy buildings, turn into a black strip mall, like a super center, and anybody that basically from the state or close to the state can buy a location in there and fucking
Right.
start their own
Dang.
location, the actual
Yeah.
physical location. That'd be my way of giving back, like helping everybody start their business how they
Yeah.
want to start their business. Just pay me your rent. Do whatever you want
We
with the
good.
building. Like, yeah. Like,
Well, hold up. Get somebody to get the rent from, because then you don't want nobody hitting you like, hey, I paid you this rent. You don't want to get mad at you, and then
Nah, I'm
next
going.
thing you know, you come up missing. You gonna have somebody get the money for you.
First of all, I'm gonna be a landlord. Fuck that. I'm getting my money.
No, I
will
know
come
you can get your money, but
fuck
no,
that.
but I'm saying
Like,
you can get your
no.
money, but you have somebody. You can be the landlord, but you have somebody else be like the face.
Oh yeah, we can have a
that's
broker
what-
company
like a management
or like
company.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you the
management
face,
company.
you get the money for you. So they don't
But
know
when
what
she
you look
call him and tell him that, you know, the person in suite 125 ain't paid their rent, he's showing up.
Yeah, I'm showing up. Like
I'm showing up with
yeah,
3
what about
niggas.
that
We
rent? You ain't got. So I'm gonna need you to have it by this time, or I'm gonna need you to
Fuck
vacate.
that,
the
nigga. I'm
premises
paying
so I can
3
put
eviction
somebody else's-
notices on your door. Act like it
3
can't.
evict. You are. I'm probably an asshole then.
Wait,
That's
what
about to say
happened?
that's nice. He said he was putting 3 eviction notices on the door of the
Because I'm
shop.
just saying I'm being nice. Because
Yeah.
you got to think. All right.
Nah, you just heard me say fuck being nice. Get your money.
That's
But
facts.
then you find
though.
out like it's an older elderly lady.
That's what I got.
It's an
That's-
elderly lady.
Nah, because on some real. Because if you're thinking about it, like if I'm doing that, you should want to be upfront in because I'm basically giving you a location.
Yeah, try and pay not
I'm
pay your rent
giving
in
you-
Delaware
yeah.
for the state of
Try not to
3
pay
months.
property tax. Try not to
Nigga,
pay your property tax.
They
and see
gonna
what
kick you
happens.
smooth the fuck out.
Niggas think you really own land. Stop paying your property tax and see what happens. You really don't own
And
shit.
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
You buy this fucking land, but you still gotta pay property tax.
Unless you go to other countries. But yeah,
Like I have to pay on my land.
you
Mhm.
never.
I
You
bought-
never owned it technically.
I bought this.
Or you own it.
Yeah,
but
exactly. I
Yeah, but
bought this
you bought
land.
this land.
Some of it should go into like sewage, garbage removal, etc.
How am I buying this land
You
if
don't
this
ever
land
own it.
is
You
nobody?
always
Yo,
be
that's
paying
what I'm
for it.
saying.
Who owns this
shit?
fucking land?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Not you.
Nobody.
We don't own it.
None of
That's
us. Not even the
That's
fucking
what I'm saying.
government
You-
owns this shit.
You give
Like,
a real estate to your son and then be like, damn, it costs this much to upkeep. And like, damn, I'd rather just sell it. That's how some people be when they get the land and inherit it. They're like, well,
bro.
it costs a lot of money to like the up.
I could never. If I inherited land,
Well, you gotta think about some
If I
people
inherit-
inherit it and don't have the bread, but you gotta think like the record deal. Damn, I need
Nigga,
bread right now.
Yeah,
So like, I'd rather sell this. I can have money right now, and I'll think about it because they probably have what?
I'm
One
telling
piece of
you,
land.
hunger and desire at given the wrong opportunity at the wrong time
That's
is a deadly
facts.
combination.
$100,000
that's
worth
fact.
of
Because
land.
I'm on like, yeah, hunger will make you try to do some quick shit for some money. Because I'm on my 3rd fucking PlayStation 4, nigga. I done sold a couple. Nigga was struggling. I was like, oh, I need a couple of eyes, motherfucker.
And
Go to
that's real
PC.
shit.
But
You
I
get
said
the
I
PC.
said I ain't doing that shit ever again though. Fuck that. But nah, I had to because nigga, we needed that money.
Sometimes you.
Like I said, that land shit. If you got $100,000 piece of land and you struggling right there and it was inherited, shit, you gonna sell that shit.
Shit, I've been there. I
You gotta think about like,
had
and
to
that
sell
break
my
split.
console to go out on a date once, and I took way less money than it was worth. And the
And that's-
crazy part is, it was the first time I ever sold on eBay,
Uh-huh.
so I didn't realize that they were gonna hold the money for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was so
Oh.
fucking pissed.
I'd have been salty as fuck.
I was so pissed. I ain't had my Xbox, and I still had to find other funds for.
I got an iPhone random. I got an iPhone out in Bumblefuck somewhere because I was selling it to somebody and it got held up in customs. And customs wanted me to pay like another $250.
They
And
get
I
it
said,
back?
y'all can suck the back of my dick. I'm not fuck
Get it
that
back?
iPhone,
Get the
fuck
phone
this
back?
sale, huh?
To get the phone back?
To get it to the person.
Well, oh no, that was extortion.
Yeah.
That's not customs.
So
That
I
was
s-
extortion. They
So I
lied
said,
to
yeah,
you.
you can keep that shit. I'm cool.
Why would you have to pay extra?
'Cause I didn't even want. I was just trying to sell the phone. Like
Yeah.
I already had
Yeah, it was extorting you.
my own
Where
phone,
you seen that
a
shit
new
to?
phone.
China?
I ain't gonna
Look
sell
at-
your phone, nigga.
I had to check.
No, but I said,
Nigga, hold on, where my phone at?
No, I'm talking about-
Nigga, it's recorded, nigga.
No, I'm talking about-
Like, nigga, try, nigga, like, hold
thought
on,
nigga
yeah.
stole his
Speaking of which, you talk about selling phones. Where my shit at, nigga?
Oh.
We needed to record.
Like,
The
he thinking
fuck?
like, he's like, damn. He's like, hold up. 2 niggas in here. A phone missing. Who the fuck took my phone?
He's like, I ain't feel a notification in a while. What's going
And he's
on?
like, I said, hold up. And my wallet missing? The fuck? Nah, some shit.
Oh, that's facts though. But now that's real shit though.
But nah, they was trying to extort your ass. I ain't gonna lie. 200
Yeah,
just to
I
get it to the
wasn't-
next person.
Yeah, it's in customs, and I was like, nah, fuck
On
that.
top of
Yo,
paying
customs is a bitch.
Oh yeah.
I deal with
Especially
them.
when you
I
get
deal
them
with them
counterfeits.
every day.
You get
'cause
counterfeit
I-
shit.
They gang,
so-
they gang too.
Yeah, they thugs. Them niggas do not
Okay,
play.
they come in there and they be like, yeah, taking this shit, you gotta call us for it.
Facts.
All right, you guys want a final thought this one and head on to the next
Final
one.
thought.
Oh,
I enjoyed this one, but my
Oh.
final thought is don't be a bitch ass nigga. Look
Fact.
out for the ones that helped you get to where you are. Make sure
Pussy.
you do.
What?
I was that little. He said, don't be a bitch ass nigga. I said, pussy.
He ad-libbed and caught me
Oh,
off guard. He said, pussy. But yeah, Be an honest person. Be true. Make sure you do whatever you can to make the world a better fucking place. Make sure you love the person next to you. Make sure you grind hard. And make sure, fuck these niggas. We ball. Fuck them all. My fault.
Where the hell that came from?
You know what my
I don't
final
know.
thought is? What this nigga said.
That's a fact. I'm ride or die with these niggas, man. You heard what they
Y'all
said.
my niggas. I fuck with
What
y'all
he
heavy.
said.
What'd he
Ditto.
say?
Yeah, you
Real
know what,
shit.
guys?
We ball
I
forever.
was still struggling a little bit today. And me and Susan had a good conversation. I was feeling a little better. Now you've just elevated my level.
Big
Back
facts.
to where I was.
That's
Get
what
with the
we
weak
do.
ball
That's what
organization.
we do. Make
We
sure you
gonna
get
uplift-
around niggas that elevate your level. Make sure you
Facts.
get around niggas that make
Update
you
your
feel
vibranium.
better. Pause.
You
We
feel
ain't
me?
doing no weird shit.
Facts.
Make sure. What you about to say?
I was just gonna say for copyright data, Zach agreed to 4% of his company.
Oh. I did not agree to no 4% nothing.
That's the clearest thing that nigga said in the mic.
You
the
heard
whole
that?
hour.
That shit was that shit was
Bullshit. We
loud.
black owned, black LLC. You feel me?
Facts.
Come over here if you need a video done. Free. No,
It's all
no
about
free.
love.
Maybe that's
But-
our entertainment company. Black, brown, and beige.
Yeah, we're canceled. I'll see y'all guys in 2020.
That's perfect. You heard that.
You
Make
want
sure.
your podcast produced and without the executive producer all up in the videos, come
Yeah.
to Black, Brown, and Beige. We got
Booyah.
Big fact. Right around cardboard. Fuck you talking about.
you. Video expertise, audio expertise, social media and marketing expertise.
We out here.
Full
You need
package
help?
company.
Drop
Let
the
us
mic.
know.
Yeah, let us
That'd be
all of
know.
funny.
that.
20 years when we
Mic
looking
drop.
at this and we
I've been
really
having
got
my
Black, Brown,
I've been
and
having
Beige.
my avatar drop mics on
Facts,
these
I'm
damn
throwing
stories.
cash money in
Fuck
there
you
right
So how
talking
you
now.
do that? Because I don't have that
about.
option.
You don't got avatar?
I don't have an avatar with the mic drop.
Oh, that's
When you
crazy.
go in, all I did was go in and hit the avatar button when you go to post
I was
something.
scrolling. Mine.
Yeah, he's starting to hit these
It-
old heads'
it
asses. Let's
changes.
keep it going. We're still on the
yeah.
high top vibrating.
Like I didn't say it yet.
Yeah.
But make sure you follow us across all social media. Make sure you go to the YouTube and subscribe.
Hit that
Make
like
sure,
button.
you like, comment, and share. Make sure you go to all of our social media and follow Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Warm the Crib.
TikTok as well.
Warm the Crib Podcast. TikTok do be flagging us on some shit because they don't like what we
They be
talking.
hating on
Oh,
the
really?
black owned.
Yeah.
They be hating
It's
on
like
black
it's like
folks,
three
man.
of them. It's fucked up because it's like three of them, and they're like the funny fucking ones, but they don't got.
Let's keep re-uploading.
So make sure
it.
you got us on everything because
re-uploading it,
you
man.
might not see it. Watch the whole
Also,
video. What are you talking about?
Watch the whole
I
video.
know we talked
I'm
about a
sure
lot of shit.
bitch.
I know
Zach
I
don't need to watch
personally,
the whole video.
I
Yeah,
need
that's
to
a
listen
fact.
and watch and then watch and listen because that was high as shit. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
We went around, but it was entertaining.
It was,
Fuck is
it
you
was
talking
good.
about?
And
Fuck is you
I have to
talking
now edit and put it right here, but you guys need any video work.
Any.
Go to my
Whoa, whoa.
guy.
Any.
Yes.
Long as
He got it
Zachariah
all.
Films.
Any and everything.
There,
Little
there.
short films, motherfucking
Mm.
photos.
Documentaries.
You getting what married to your bitch. He got
Facts.
you. You do
Make
do
sure that
whatever
she
you
not
want. He
ugly. 'Cause
got
I ain't
you.
coming out.
He
She
said
ugly.
he said if she a booger wolf, I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
He
she
said
got
he not
dookie
going.
toenails. I ain't doing
Dookie
it.
toenails. He talking about the brown big one. That's what he's saying.
If
So,
her toe overlaps her other toe,
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
she got the long middle finger toe. That motherfucker hang to the side a little bit
I
with a
ain't
little
doing
hangnail. That's what he talking.
That's very specific.
Yeah, he probably seen it too. I ain't doing it.
Until
But-
next week, if you haven't figured it out, Zach will be here next week too. We'll see
My
you
fault.
later.
I didn't mean to give y'all the middle finger. I was hyped.
He got a little too
I
hype.
did
He
one
had,
of- I did
he
one
had
of
his
the
hype
old
man over here.
I did one of the old school
Thug
poses.
life.
Nigga thought he was in the 90s real quick. He thought he was out here on the street.
That's how y'all old MySpace photo used to be.
Yeah, nigga had the SpongeBob with the grills in and all that shit.
The neighbors are like, "Oh, Zach is visiting."
Oh. But that's all for y'all folks tonight. We'll see y'all guys.
Let me know. Do you want Zach to edit this, or do you want me to edit it? I'm editing it.
Zach
Better choose.
Zach said, motherfucker, I ain't working.
I got off work. Damn.
Motherfucker, I ain't come here to work, nigga. Y'all got this.
All right.
All right, let's close this
All
bitch
right.
out.
Until next week. Peace. I need a cigarette.